Barking is one of the most recognizable and frequent behaviors in dogs. It's how they communicate with us and with each other, serving as a vocal expression of their feelings, needs, and instincts. But for many dog owners, excessive barking can become a real challenge, disrupting peaceful homes, straining neighborly relations, and sometimes even leading to difficult decisions about a beloved pet. Understanding why barking happens is the first step toward addressing it. With patience, empathy, and the right training techniques, you can help your dog learn when it's appropriate to bark and when it's time to be quiet. Let's begin by exploring the reasons behind barking. Dogs bark for many reasons, and each bark can mean something different. Sometimes barking is a warning, a signal to alert you to a perceived threat, such as a stranger approaching the house or an unfamiliar noise outside. Other times, barking is a sign of excitement, like when you come home from work or when your dog sees another dog on a walk. Dogs may also bark out of boredom, anxiety, frustration, or simply to get your attention. One of the most common types of barking is territorial barking. This typically happens when a dog sees or hears something they consider an intrusion into their space. The mail carrier, a passerby, or even a neighbor's cat can trigger this response. In these cases, the barking is your dog's way of saying, "This is my territory, stay away." While this instinct can be useful in alerting you to potential dangers, it can become problematic if your dog barks at every little movement outside your window. Another frequent cause of barking is attention seeking. Dogs are social animals and crave interaction. If your dog learns that barking gets your attention, whether positive or negative, they may use it as a tool to get what they want. This could be playtime, food, or simply your presence. Even scolding a dog for barking can reinforce the behavior, since, from your dog's perspective, any attention is better than none. Boredom and loneliness can also lead to excessive barking. Dogs left alone for long periods, especially without enough mental or physical stimulation, may bark to express their discontent or to entertain themselves. This is particularly common in high-energy breeds that require a lot of exercise and engagement. Fear and anxiety are significant triggers as well. Some dogs bark in response to loud noises, unfamiliar people, or new environments. Separation anxiety, in particular, can cause a dog to bark persistently when left alone, as they struggle to cope with the absence of their human family. Finally, there's compulsive barking. This is when a dog barks excessively and repetitively, often without an obvious trigger. Compulsive barking can be a sign of underlying behavioral or medical issues and may require professional intervention. Understanding the root cause of your dog's barking is essential to addressing it effectively. Each type of barking may require a different approach, but there are universal principles that apply to training your dog to bark less. The foundation of any successful training is consistency. Dogs thrive on routine and clear communication. If you want to reduce barking, everyone in your household must respond to it in the same way. Mixed messages will only confuse your dog and make training more difficult. Start by observing your dog's barking patterns. When does the barking occur? What seems to trigger it? Keep a log if necessary, noting the time, location, and circumstances of each barking episode. This will help you identify patterns and potential solutions. Once you've identified the cause, you can tailor your approach. For territorial barking, for example, it's important to teach your dog that not every person or animal passing by is a threat. One effective technique is to use desensitization and counter-conditioning. This involves gradually exposing your dog to the trigger, such as a person walking by the window, at a distance where they don't react. Reward your dog for remaining calm and slowly decrease the distance over time. The goal is to change your dog's emotional response from alert or anxious to relaxed and indifferent. For attention-seeking barking, it's crucial not to reward the behavior. This means ignoring your dog when they bark for attention. No eye contact, no talking, and no touching. Wait for a moment of silence, then reward your dog with attention or treats. This teaches your dog that quiet behavior, not barking, is the way to get what they want. If boredom is the issue, enrichment is the answer. Make sure your dog gets plenty of physical exercise and mental stimulation every day. This can include walks, playtime, puzzle toys, and training sessions. A tired dog is less likely to bark out of boredom. If you're away from home for long periods, consider hiring a dog walker or enrolling your dog in daycare. When barking is triggered by fear or anxiety, it's important to address the underlying emotion. Never punish a fearful dog for barking. This can increase their anxiety and make the problem worse. Instead, work on building your dog's confidence through positive reinforcement and gradual exposure to the things that scare them. For dogs with severe anxiety, consult a veterinarian or a professional dog trainer who specializes in behavior modification. Compulsive barking can be the most challenging to address. In these cases, it's essential to rule out medical causes first. Some dogs bark excessively due to pain, cognitive decline, or other health issues. If your dog receives a clean bill of health, a behaviorist can help develop a customized plan to reduce compulsive barking. Regardless of the cause, teaching your dog a quiet command can be a valuable tool. Here's how to do it. 1. Wait for your dog to bark. When they do, say speak and let them bark a few times. 2. Hold up a treat and say quiet in a calm, firm voice. When your dog stops barking, even for a second, give them the treat and praise them. 3. Repeat this process, gradually increasing the length of time your dog must be quiet before receiving the treat. 4. Practice in different situations and environments, always rewarding your dog for responding to the quiet command. Remember, patience is key. Training takes time, and setbacks are normal. Never resort to yelling or physical punishment. These methods can damage your relationship with your dog and make behavior problems worse. In addition to training, there are management strategies you can use to reduce barking. For example, if your dog barks at people passing by the window, try blocking their view with curtains or frosted glass. If your dog barks at noises outside, consider using a white noise machine or playing calming music to mask the sounds. Providing your dog with a safe, comfortable space can also help. Some dogs feel more secure in a crate or a designated quiet zone when they're alone. Make this area inviting with soft bedding, toys, and treats. If you live in an apartment or have close neighbors, it's especially important to address barking promptly. Excessive noise can lead to complaints and strained relationships. Be proactive. Let your neighbors know you're working on the issue, and consider using tools like a dog camera to monitor your dog's behavior when you're not home. It's worth noting that some breeds are more prone to barking than others. Terriers, herding breeds, and some small dogs are known for their vocal tendencies. If you're considering adding a dog to your family and barking is a concern, research breeds carefully and choose one that matches your lifestyle and environment. For puppies, early socialization and training are crucial. Expose your puppy to a variety of people, places, and situations, rewarding calm behavior and teaching basic commands. The habits you establish in puppyhood will set the foundation for a well-mannered adult dog. Senior dogs may also experience changes in barking behavior. Cognitive decline, hearing loss, or other age-related issues can contribute to increased vocalization. Be patient and consult your veterinarian if you notice sudden changes in your dog's barking patterns. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, barking persists. In these cases, professional help may be necessary. Certified dog trainers and veterinary behaviorists can assess your dog's behavior and develop a customized training plan. They may recommend techniques such as clicker training, behavior modification, or, in rare cases, medication to address underlying anxiety. It's important to remember that barking is a natural behavior for dogs. The goal isn't to eliminate barking entirely, but to manage it so that it doesn't become a problem. Celebrate your dog's progress, no matter how small, and continue to reinforce good behavior. Building a strong bond with your dog is at the heart of successful training. Spend quality time together, engage in fun activities, and communicate clearly. The more your dog trusts and understands you, the more likely they are to respond to your guidance. Training your dog to stop barking excessively is a journey that requires time, consistency, and compassion. By understanding why your dog barks and using positive science-based training methods, you can create a harmonious home where both you and your dog can thrive. Remember, every dog is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. Be patient, stay committed, and don't hesitate to seek help if you need it. With the right approach, you can help your dog find their quiet voice and enjoy a more peaceful life together.